everyone, welcome to day 1 of your summer kickoff fitness challenge. We're going to start things off with a full body workout. We're going to work on our upper body strength, lower body strength, and have a few cardio intervals as well. For equipment, you'll need your pair of dumbbells as well as your sturdy chair. We're going to start seated for the warm-up, so grab your things and let's get started. To start our warm-up, we're going to start with a seated good morning. Step your feet out a little bit wider than your shoulders and make sure your hips are all the way at the edge of your seat. Step 1, sit up nice and tall. Keep your chest open. We're going to reach forward, feeling a stretch in the backs of your hips, behind your legs, and then bring yourself back to your seated position. We're going to do that 4 more times. Reach forward, stretch the backs of your legs, and sit back up. The flatter you keep your back, the more of a stretch you're going to get. We have 2 more. Maybe you can reach a little bit further this time. And we have 1 more. Nice big reach, chin and chest up. And back. Feet back together. We're going to do 30 seconds of shoulder circles. We're going to start by reaching forward and to the back of the room. We're going to go 15 seconds one direction, and we'll change halfway. If it's uncomfortable to bring your arms overhead, you can always place your hands on your shoulders. In about 5 seconds, we're going to change directions. And change, reach to the back of the room first, and then forward. Try to keep a nice long neck. 1 more big rotation. And rest. Next, we're going to hug 1 knee to our chest and gently straighten our leg. And relax. Straighten your leg. And relax, getting a little bit of a stretch on the back of your leg. We're going to do 1 more, sit up nice and tall, and kick out, and we'll change sides. Bring 1 knee up to your shoulder, sit tall, gently straighten, and relax. You can always keep your leg a little bit lower if it's too uncomfortable. We're going to do 1 more. And rest. Before we begin our workout, there's going to be 5 different movements. There is 3 different strength movements and 2 cardio intervals. I will demonstrate them all seated and standing. You pick the option that works best for you. And we're going to perform 2 rounds of our 5 exercises. The first movement is going to be a deadlift and a bent over row. If you're going to remain seated, keep your feet hip width apart. You'll have a dumbbell in each hand. Reach your belly button to your thighs. Once your back is nice and flat, pull your hands to your hips and bring yourself back to a seated position by using your legs to push into the floor. Back is flat, row, and seated. I'll turn to the side so you can see my back. Back's flat, hands to my hips, and stand. If you want to challenge yourself and do it from a standing position, feet will stay hip width apart, shoulders back, little bit of a knee bend. Hips go back. Once your hands are at your knees, you'll put your hands to your hips and stand up nice and tall. That is going to be our first movement. We're going to perform 10 repetitions. Decide if you want to stay seated or standing. We are going to start in 5 seconds. Set your feet, set your shoulders. Rep number 1, reach back, row, and stand. Reach, elbows to the ceiling, 2. Keep remembering to breathe. We also want to have a nice long neck, so shrug those shoulders down away from your ears. And then the next thing I want you to think about is keeping your feet nice and flat to the floor. We don't want to be too heavy in our heels or too heavy in our toes. We have 7. 3 more. And number 10, nice big stretch, row, and relax. Next, we're going to do 30 seconds of cardio. Again, if you want to stay seated, we're going to rumble our arms and tap our heels. Every 2, you're going to reach into a 1-arm jumping jack. Double bounce, reach. Double bounce, reach. Or for the added challenge, feet hip width apart, knee bend, reach. Double knee bend, reach. Pick your option. We are going for 30 seconds. Move at your own pace and remember to breathe. We're going in 3, 2, go. Double bounce, reach. Halfway. Five more seconds. Last one. Rest. Next, we're going to do a calf raise followed by a bicep curl. Our seated option is going to be placing the heads of the dumbbells on your knees. Calf raise. Bring your thumbs to your shoulders. Reset. Standing, we'll keep our feet hip width apart. Stand tall. Rise up onto your toes. Bicep curl. 10 repetitions. Choose your option, seated or standing. We're going to go in 3, 2, go. Nice big rise. Thumbs to your shoulders. If you want a little bit more balance, you could always try wider with your feet. And we always want to control the dumbbells. Try not to let them swing up or swing down. Another way to make it more challenging is if you turn your palms open. We have 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Another 30 seconds of cardio. We are going to do a plank variation with our hands on the chair, and if that's not accessible, you're going to march in place with the weights in your hands. If you're going to do the plank option, hands are going to be flat on the seat of the chair, and we're going to step back so we make a nice jump with our body, straight line from our heels to our head. Alternating, lift one foot, and then switch. Keep pressing into the chair so you have a nice strong arms and shoulders. 30 seconds marching or a seated plank. We're going in 3, 2, go. And remember to breathe. And check in. Make sure your hips haven't stuck out, that you're keeping a nice straight line from your hips all the way up to your shoulders, like a ramp. We're halfway. If lifting your leg becomes too challenging, you can also just hold the stationary plank. That is still a great challenge. 5 seconds. And rest. Our 5th and final move before we do it all again, we're going to go 5 per side of a single leg knee bend and a lateral raise. You can hold onto the chair for balance. Standing on one leg, we're going to do a gentle knee bend, tap our heel, lateral raise. The lateral raise is going to be challenging, so you could always do it with a bodyweight arm as well. Pick a side. We're going to do 5 per side. If it's too challenging to stand, you're going to do a leg lift into lateral raise. Leg lift, lateral raise. Choose your standing or seated option. We're going in 3, 2, go. Tap and lift. When I reach my heel, I'm trying to aim my hips right over top of my foot. I have 4. Last one. And 5. A little bit more challenging of a movement, but we're only doing 5 repetitions. Change hands, change feet, set your posture. Reach that heel out and raise your arm. 1. Out. 2. 2 more. As this gets stronger, you guys will be able to reach that heel a little bit further. And 5. Great job. We have our second round through. Back to our deadlift and bent over row. Grabbing both your dumbbells, take a seat or stand. Feet hip width apart. We have 10 repetitions. Backs flat, bum back, row. 1. On that row, really think about keeping your chest open, pulling your elbows to the ceiling, and then pull your hips forward to stand. We're halfway. And 3 more. We have our 30 seconds of cardio. Our arm rumble and reach, either seated or standing. 2 more. Last one, big reach, elbows to the ceiling, and rest. Arm rumble seated or standing with our single arm and leg reach. Going in 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds. Bounce, reach. And if you're seated, you're doing a calf raise when we're doing our knee bend. If this is too slow of a pace and you want to challenge yourself, you can always pick it up or stick with my tempo. 10 more seconds. After this, we had our calf raise with our bicep curl. Rest. Grab your dumbbells, either standing or seated, feet hip width apart, shoulders back. Rise onto your big toes, bicep curl, 10 times. Couple of options if you need a little bit more balance. Please feel free to widen your feet. Or if you want to make the bicep curls more challenging, you could always open your palms up this way. 5. 3 more. We have another 30-second cardio interval, either doing a farmer's carry and march, last one, here, or we're going to place our hands on the seat of our chair and do our plank leg lifts. 30 seconds, you pick your option. We're going to start in 3, 2, go. If you're marching, remember to bring that knee nice and high. See if you can find your balance on that one leg. And all of my chair plankers, really push your hands into the seat of the chair and think about rounding your shoulders versus letting them sink in. We're over halfway. If the leg movement also becomes too challenging, you can just keep both feet on the ground. 5 more seconds. Last leg lift. Rest. Our 5th and final move, you are either going to do the leg lift, lateral raise, or standing up on your feet, the heel tap, lateral raise. Pick your options, set your feet, stand tall. Reach and lift. When you raise that arm to the side, keep a little bit of a bend and do your best to not shrug your shoulder up to your ear. 4. One more tap. 5. Good job, you guys. We'll get the other side. Change hands, change legs. Find your balance. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Heel tap, arm raise. Two more. Big reach. Lift. Lots of control on that arm. Control the weight up. Control it down. Drop your dumbbells. We are all finished the workout. We're going to go into our cool down. Take a seat. The first thing we're going to do is hug one knee to our chest, and we're going to draw ankle circles. You can change directions with your foot. 20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other side. As we cool down, remember to check in with your breath. The goal is to slow it down and continually move our body at a different pace than our workout. Leg down, we'll change sides. Knee to your shoulder, ankle circle one way, and change. Five more seconds. Leg down. Next, we're going to do a bow and reach. So step your feet wider than your shoulders. Curl towards the floor. You can place your hands on the ground, on your shins, wherever you can get to. Reach up tall and then a little baby back bend. There's one. We have 4 more. Roll, hold, curl your head down, sit tall, and a little back bend. One more. Tuck your chin, curl as low as you can go. Bring yourself up, little back bend. And rest. Feet together, we're going to finish with 5 rotations. Place one hand on the outside of your leg and gently look towards the back wall. We're going to take 3 big breaths before we change sides. One more. And slowly unravel. Hand to the outside of your opposite leg. Use that to open and look for the wall behind you. 3 big breaths. And one more. And gently unswivel. Great job, you guys. That is the end of your first workout, and I hope to see you next time.